Hello everybody, I'm Daren and today I'm here to talk to you about Point Hicks with its marine life and history with my good old friend Cindy. Hello Cindy.
Hi Daren.
I have a couple questions for you Cindy about Point Hicks and its marine life. So is Point Hicks a marine national park or a marine sanctuary?
Well, interesting question there, Daren. Point Hicks is a national park. Lots of people get confused by the difference between a marine national park and marine sanctuaries. The difference is that sanctuaries are much smaller than marine national parks. They both help to conserve and protect marine biodiversity and natural processes within the sanctuary. Marine sanctuaries have the same level of protection as marine national parks, which include no fishing, taking away from the marine environment, or any damaging activities.
So Cindy, why is it important for us to protect Point Hicks and its marine life?
Well, Australian waters are unique compared to others, as 90% of our marine organisms are found nowhere else on Earth. It is important for the Point Hicks Marine Park to protect the marine life, as there are many creatures that cannot be found further west of the park because of freezing water temperatures that can make it impossible for many fish to live in. If this area is left unprotected, then it can cause great disruption to the biodiversity of the marine life caused by human activities. There would be quite a high risk in things like overfishing, which could lead to decreasing numbers of fish. People could also pollute the waters with waste and litter, which can be harmful to fish, especially with things like fishing hooks that can get stuck down the throats of fish. Lead sinkers are especially toxic to marine life.
Well, my final question for today, Cindy, is who are the traditional owners of Point Hicks?
The people who originally owned Point Hicks, and in fact all of Gippsland, were the Gunai people. They are Australian Indigenous people and inhabited the area for almost 18,000 years. Many of the Gunai people resisted early European settlement during the 19th century. However, there are about 3,000 of them still living in Gippsland and Point Hicks. There was a protest made 13 years ago by the Gunai people to the government that have their rights as traditional owners of the land recognised. Don't know if you remember or not, Darren. Eventually, the federal and Victorian governments both contributed $6 million to pay for their settlement upon the land.
Here is a map of Point Hicks Marine National Park. It is a coastal headland in East Gippsland. Kelp is quite a common underwater plant in Point Hicks. They're large seaweeds that can grow up to 80 metres tall. Next we have the black sea urchin. Their long and sharp spines protect them from predators. Wouldn't want to stand on one of those at the beach. The silver sweep are quite common throughout eastern Gippsland. They travel in large schools and can be found at depths of up to 30 metres. Another underwater plant we have in Point Hicks is the benthic algae. You can find this algae in lots of different colours, such as green, brown and red. And last but not least, we have the banded merwong. They mainly inhabit rocky headlands and coastal reefs as they like warmer temperature waters. They can weigh up to 15 kilograms. There are a wide variety of fun activities to enjoy while you're at Point Hicks. Some of the most popular activities include bird watching, camping, snorkelling, seal tours, and what Point Hicks is most well known for, its lighthouse that gives you a wonderful view of Point Hicks and its beach landscape.
Here in Point Hicks, we don't like to upset the natural beauty around us, so for those of you who'd like to keep their environmental impact as small as possible, you should listen up. Rule number 1, put everything back where you found it. Take pictures, not souvenirs. Rule number 2, keep your hands to yourself. Some plants and sea life are very delicate and can be agitated easily. right, mate. Rule number 3, don't feed the fish. They can get sick from what you may feed them. Don't eat this, little fella. It's a piece of plastic cake. Last but not least, don't fish. It's a protected area for fish that can greatly affect their numbers. So if you've ignored the signs, you can easily get fined.
Hey, what's going on over there? Are you fishing for ducks?
Well, this is the Point Hicks food web. I'm not going to go through the whole entire thing, as that may take some time, but I would like to just emphasise a few points on this. So at the top of the food chain we have the fur seal, the gummy shark, the giant cuttle, and not all aquatic animals have to be the dominant ones, but we have the mutton bird, which is an out-of-water creature who feeds on aquatic animals. Now, at the bottom of the food chain, we have the krill, we have some plants as they get their nutrients from things like the sun, and we have the prawns, all the smaller kind of animals.